Hello viewers and welcome back to my channel ServiceNow Catalyst. In the first video I have given introduction how I'm going to be a career change point and I'm working as a catalyst for you all. So today, before we jump into any other tool or something, before going to all that, we will understand what is around us. Around us we have laptop, we have mobile, we have car, we have lots of things, we have buildings, so these products are built by some companies. The product it can be electronic market which produces refrigerators, fridges and all, Godrej, and there are lots of companies, Samsung producing the mobile phone, laptop, and these are some products they offer, right? And apart from this, we have retail industry as well, where it offers about your clothes, everything and all, lots of things. And there are manufacturing industries which are producing your cars like Mahindra, like Maruti and all, right? There are more products. Like if I start telling that, it will be like never-ending session. What are the products around in the market? But you have to pause here and you have to think in the direction. We have a product, right? And once it is delivered to you, there should be it is somewhere it is getting manufactured, and where it is being manufactured, there are components needed to manufacture it, right? There will be some team building that is a one model of business model where manufacturing setup would be there, right? Then comes that it goes to dealer, right? It goes to dealer to sell it out in the market or to do your e-commerce sites and all, right? So there is, once the product is ready, it is being in the market and sell, and it is carried forward like this. So there are different business model that we call it as a B2B model, that is business to business. That means within the business we need make that product happen, right? And for that we have service providers like TCS, Wipro, Accenture. These are some leading IT service providers which are helping these products to support them, to customize, to implement and all, right? So there are two things. One is the product which is being manufactured and delivered to your home, and other thing is that service provider who are supporting it, right? It is not something which is being produced, a product is being produced at my home, at my flat. This is at a small scale industry, but at the big industry we call it as an enterprise. At the enterprise level we have lots of things inside that. So I have taken the major industries name which are around us, that is manufacturing industry, the semiconductor industry, the electronic industry, the retail industry, and many more it can be. So but we will always we take an enterprise example because I'm making you ready for the corporate world. So at corporate world we have already an number of enterprise set industries which are actually working. And this means we have people to manage that, right? We have process so that it can be built to a product, and we have automation. So people, the process and automation, these are the key things will always be there. So before product is delivered to you, we will not put that part. That is basically B2C. We call it as a business to customer or business to consumer, right? We will not go to that part. We will now focus on B2B part, that is business to business. Okay, so in that regards we have to understand. I will take one example, like I have a manufacturing industry. Okay, then if I am manufacturing something, I need to get the components and think of like I'm the global leader in the manufacturing industry, so I will not locate it to just one place. I would be having n number of processes in my company in the industry. So I need some IT setup, and there would be some IT setup. There should be network. There would be servers and all, right? I need some IT setup. Even the retail industry, when you go to buy something in a shopper stop or something like their places, or any in the market, you see there is IT setup. They type it and they go to the. So they're not taking the money inside their pocket. They're putting that money into the industry, and they have a tracking. They have a IT setup, and these service providers, companies like TCS, Wipro, or any companies we can name it, they are helping them to achieve that particular manufacturing of that product and all. So we have 2 points now. This is very clear to all now. We have product and we have service provider. What if, as a global leader, I need a global presence also, right? I may be right now in India. I may be to be present in the I cannot be present in the Europe or at the same time I cannot be presented at multiple places. But I need some cockpit area where I can go into my cockpit. I can see what is happening in Europe, what is happening in my India factory, what is happening in India. We have lots of like in Bangalore, in Delhi, in Noida, in Gurgaon, in Manesar and all. So all these places I have set up, and I cannot be present at all the places. I need some cockpit, right? In that cockpit I can see what is happening there. Okay, what is happening there, what is happening there. And if someone is facing issue, it is my key responsibility as a global leader to help them with all the required resources and to be a proper functioning of the manufacturing of whatever as a product I'm offering. So there is other person. If I move myself here and I'm talking as a leader, and there is some other person that is a service provider which is now offering, okay, Mahindra sir or someone like a global leader, okay, I am as a service provider, I will help you out. Then the leader would ask you how you're going to help me out. Is there any how to fill that gap, that if any users is facing some issue in the B2B model. I said within the organization, if someone is facing issue, how to report to IT team and all that. So all this reporting and tracking, where should I track? So with this IT setup, we have a number of tools in the market. In that tools, which is actually fixing up that bridge, that is called ServiceNow is one of the tools. Earlier, I can name some more tools, which was their IBM tool Maximo, the Symphony Summit AI, and all that. There are a number of tools are there which are managing. So this is now clear. We have product as a customer. Now product can be treated as a customer, and for service provider, that is basically can be any company. So they are providing the IT services. What are these IT services doing? IT services are helping this product to streamline and get manufactured. So here, what kind of services it is providing to the customer, as it is to IT. This is related to IT. We are going to be an IT engineers. We are BTech pass out. We are MCA and all, or anyone like any technical degree we are having. We learn some codings and all. So what are these IT services can be? It can be related to the operations, right? When I talk about operations, that is network servers, right? Network servers, routers, switches, and all. There are a number of things regarding the operations, right? Can also security operations, right? We're using URL, firewall, and all that. We are using security operations, but yeah, so again, thing is like IT services. We have the operations, and it can be HR related services as well, right? HR related, which can be helping in the streamlining the HR services. So we have HR related things also, right? Like employee coming in, employee onboarding, employee offboarding, employee moving out from one location to other, like transfer, some things that happen, laptop allocation, ID creation. So these are services which comes under IT service and managing by any company. And this service offered to whom? Basically the customer who is building that product as a like Maruti is one of the in the product based company which is manufacturing the cars. Right, so for car building they need a number of components, and to all that components is keen responsibility of the customers. कहाँ से आएगा, कहाँ को जाएगा, right? वो सारा कुछ customer manage करेगा. But to support that, they need IT operations, because visibility is the first thing. कहाँ मेरा पैसा लग रहा है, कहाँ से कंपोनेंट आ रहा है, वो कंपोनेंट मुझे टाइम पे मिला कि नहीं मिला, टाइम पे हुआ कि नहीं, अगर इस सारी चीजें नहीं होंगी तो दैट विल बी लीड टू अ फेलियर ऑफ दैट बिजनेस. सो वी नीड आईटी सपोर्ट, आईटी सर्विसेज. सो ऑपरेशंस हो गया, सिक्योरिटी हो गया, एचआर सर्विसेज हो गया, एसेट मैनेजमेंट होगा, उसको लैपटॉप दे रहे हैं तो इट कैन बी एसेट, है ना. These when we talk about IT services, we have a number of services, and all top of that, if you club all this as a one, that is called service management. We call it as a service management. Viewers, pay attention here that these are the IT services we are offering, and this is something services you are offering to that customer. We can term it as a service management. So service management, we are now very clear. These are some services offered by, and that needs to be streamlined. Services, right? And management is streamlining that. And when I say streamlining, that is that, again, I will repeat, people and their processes and their automation. Still, we have a gap to be filled here. there is a gap. Whatever services they are offered, they are managing in so many tools. You have come across and hear by someone, your seniors, or if you are like a recent pass out graduate, you have heard that someone is a Jira, someone is a MuleSoft, a Microsoft Azure. There are n number of tools in the market, right? There are n number of tools, and they're managing with all the n number tools. Imagine of the thing, if that all n number tools, if comes to one place as a one-stop solution, and which helps to fill the gaps, like if anything by their team members is reported, right? The customer is having the team, they have a people, which I'm talking about. They have a people. IT services have these services, they are providing it. If their people, if the customer people are facing any issues in achieving that something, or in whatever they are facing any issues, they need to report that. And team, do not forget, this is B2B here. B2B मतलब business to business. We are talking about business organization. अभी हम प्रोडक्ट बनाने के फेज में है, तो प्रोडक्ट बनाने के फेज में है, तो अभी हम डिलीवर नहीं हुआ, तो वी ऑलवेज रिमेंबर एक की पॉइंट है, B2B चल रहा है, बिजनेस टू बिजनेस, जिसमें अभी दिस गैप दिख रहा है कि यार ये सारा कुछ रिपोर्ट कहाँ करें. मुझे इशू आया, मैं अगर मारुति का अगर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नॉर्मल इंजीनियर हूँ मारुति के अंदर में, मैं ऑटो मतलब मैं एक कार में इंजन करना है और इंजन का कुछ जरूरत है मेरे को पार्ट्स का, वो नहीं आया, मैं किसको रिपोर्ट करूँ? वेट शुड आई गो, आई मे बी यूज सब जो एन नंबर टूल्स की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, टूल्स मतलब बोले तो विच इज हेल्पिंग देम टू एक्सपेराइट देयर प्रोसेस, लाइक जीरा मैंने बोला, नहीं तो रिपोर्ट करेगा वो. और मैंने बोला कि जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर आईटी सर्विसेज हैं वो बहुत सारे टूल्स को देके आ गया है जो उसको हेल्प कर रहा है गैप फिल करने. मगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ अगेन, on top of that, if all n number of tools is reported to one tool which can be named as ServiceNow, not name that is actually there, and which is cloud based. So now I will take one example. एक example लेते हैं समझने के लिए. अगर मुझे बैंक खोलना है, right? अगर मुझे बैंक खोलना है, what I will do? I will go to RBI. RBI के पास जाऊंगा. अगर मैंने खुद का अपना इंटरेस्ट लगा लिया, मैं 20% लूंगा होम लोन पे, मैं 40% लूंगा, तो जो हम जिसे कहते हैं इन टर्म में ब्रोकर और दलाल, जो हम लोग लोकल, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं लोकल से जाके हम जो लेते हैं पैसे, लाइक है ना, ऑन सम लार्ज इंटरेस्ट वी हैव टू पे लार्ज इंटरेस्ट. बट इफ आई वांट टू रन अ बैंक, आई शुड गो टू RBI. व्हाई RBI? RBI हैज द गाइडलाइंस. व्हाट गाइडलाइंस दे हैव कि आप होम लोन दोगे तो गवर्नमेंट का नॉर्म से आप होम लोन 7% पे दोगे. ठीक है, सिंपल एग्जांपल मैं ले रहा हूँ. अगर हम लेते हैं पर्सनल लोन, दैट शुड बी ऑन 10% बाई, और दैट कैन बी 12% पे आप पर्सनल लोगे. सो दीस आर सम गाइडलाइंस, राइट? सो नाउ अगेन वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि RBI के पास गए हम बैंक खोलने के लिए, तो इतनी सारी सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रही होगी कंज्यूमर कस्टमर को, ये डिफरेंट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स, तो क्या लग रहा है? देयर शुड बी सम गाइडलाइंस, एंड दैट इज देयर इज वन गाइडलाइन कॉल्ड एन ITIL, Information Technology Infrastructure Library, which had some protocols, set of frameworks, which has to be followed when you are supporting IT services. So using that guidelines, there are so many tools, and ServiceNow is one of the global tool which is following all that guidelines and streamlining the process. Why ServiceNow? Again the question comes, why ServiceNow? So it's giving you the opportunity to fill the gap between the service provider and the product, and basically that we terming as a customer. So that is filling that gap. How it is filling that gap? That is basically tracking, reporting. Because I said I have so many of services, I have so many different location, my manufacturing points I have. If I want something like a cockpit, I was given an example. So but ServiceNow has that capability. It is a cloud-based platform. When I say cloud-based platform, that means it is accessible over the internet. You will have the URL. You can hit that URL, type that URL, and you will be able to access it. That is service as a cloud-based platform, which supports actually governed by ITIL, support all the services which are being offered by service providers to the customers. And what are those services? Are the ITSM. One of the biggest thing, this IT service, information technology service management, under which there are so many of services which are being offered to the customer, and that all can be tracked in tool called ServiceNow, which is a cloud-based platform. So ServiceNow, what is ServiceNow? ServiceNow is basically a cloud-based platform It is when I say platform, cloud-based, you understand, it is several over the internet. It is a platform. When I say platform, means it is offering the services and automating that services. And why the service provider using it and why it has become a global tool? Because it contains all that services you can think of in IT. It clubs into one, and it presents to the customer as a one-stop solution. To start a developer journey in ServiceNow, you have some tool to play around. You need some instance to play around. For example, when you buy a mobile phone, you first what you do, you see the navigation, the UI and all that, right? So the first thing is, today we have having day one, we have understood what is the service provider, where it can be worked and all. But now I will take you to the journey from where we start. We'll take a step back here. You understand what we are going to achieve. We are going to achieve the streamlining the n number of services, but we will park it for it now, and we will take a step back and we understand how a small step like requesting a PDI, that is personal development instance of ServiceNow, where you will play around with that, what features is offered, how it makes the streamline processes, whatever we have just not talked. And this is a day one where I will show you how to request a PDI first, what are the ServiceNow portals where you need to go and access, and how you can get started. The very first thing you need to get started with is the PDI, request the PDI, and I'm going to share that. So what part is clear? Why is part also I have to tell you that this is being filling the gap between the customer and the service providers. So that is the why part, and another why part is the reporting and tracking. So anything you are doing is for reporting and tracking. This tool will help you the customers to track the things, what the services are being offered by the service providers, and that is actually very much needed. If tomorrow, if any other tool doing the same thing, and at a very global, there are competitors of ServiceNow in the market. So if any tool is doing the same thing with all that features, it will replace it with ServiceNow. But what is the key role here? Understand this thing, that ITSM will still stand. Currently, best ITSM tool I can call it in the market is ServiceNow. It can be tomorrow some other tools. It can be tomorrow other tools, but what will still there in the market, that ITSM. And this my video as a ServiceNow catalyst will be explaining you how this ITSM processes work, even if ServiceNow and consider to ServiceNow, because today, since 2003 to till date, this journey ServiceNow has already covered with all the latest updates, AI, Gen AI, agentic AIs, machine learning, deep learning, all the updates are there. Whatever just now I have told you, you will see the practical how to get started with ServiceNow. You have heard a lot, ServiceNow, this is the why part, filling up the gap and all that you have listened from me. But now I will show you how to get started with ServiceNow and how it will help you. So team, and now I'll be sharing my screen and will show you how to become a developer and from where to start. I have explained you the why ServiceNow, what is ServiceNow. So now I will actually show you how to move on or get started to ServiceNow developer. So this would be the first step we would be taking. That is where we can play around with ServiceNow instance. We would be developing some apps. We would be developing what are the services supported by ServiceNow, like ITSM, how it supports and how it looks like, and how we are going to navigate. Basically, to do all these things, which will be covered in the later sessions. But here I am going to showcase how you can create your own PDI, that is personal development instance. So as I said, this is a global tool, so you can simply come to the Google and type ServiceNow. When you go here and type ServiceNow, enter, you will get so much of options. So we have to opt for developers. So click on developers, accept and proceed. Let it be open. It will ask you sign in. So I will come here, sign in. So I do not have actually email. Once you created your email, you can use that email and sign in with your password. So I'm a new user. I need to get a ServiceNow ID. I will give name like ServiceNow, Kumari, country would be India. So this is the basic information you are setting this up, and state is Uttar Pradesh. Password I will set something random. Here we go. I'm not a robot. Have read sign up. So once it is be loaded, it will be credential will be saved, and you will get one email confirmation to verify your account. And remember, whatever email ID you're giving it here, that will be going to be used in your further recovery and all. Like when you forgot your password or something, that email will be used. So be careful in writing that email. You should have that existing email. So come to your Gmail inbox, whatever ID you have given it here. Come to here, and you will find that one ServiceNow, verify email. Click on it, verify email. Email has been verified, directed automatically to application. So this is the very first step towards to become a developer in ServiceNow. Cancel for now. Coming back. Okay. So once your email is verified, you will come back to the welcome page. You have simply click on sign in. I think it was click, so it will redirect to the. And yes, so it will open this page asking you, do you code? You have to say absolutely yes. I need to code because I'm going to be ServiceNow developer. I will say yes. We will select developer. We have other three options: designer, IT admin, other. IT admin is someone who will work as a support, but this video is more considered the ServiceNow developer, an architect, and business analyst role. So we will select developer in that case. Designer is for like ServiceNow has portal building and all. So for that, designer is being you can select designer if someone is specifically want to develop some good portals. So but we are going to be developer. Developer has can build all three items. So developer clubs all these items. But designer, IT admin is something. IT admin is used for support, and designer is used for portal. So I have read agreement and this and that. Finish setup. And here you will get an option of request your instance. This is what PDI is. You will get so many of options, but you have to choose request your instance. And this is your you will find some releases. So as I mentioned in my previous introduction video, the ServiceNow is not, it has been invented in past few months or past year.
It is coming from 2003.
And I mentioned this is a long-term platform.
It is coming from 2003.
So every 6 months it gets upgraded. When I say upgraded, Xanadu, you see here Xanadu, it is the first instance where improvise that AI agents whatever introduced in the Yokohama with some patch releases. So Zurich is the latest one, you can opt it, and this is what it makes it upgraded with the market. In the market, if some new technology comes in next 6 months, ServiceNow will investigate and will invest time in research and development and will release another instance with release notes. So it is I can say that it is a long-term platform. You have to not worry with the latest technology. ServiceNow will upgrade by themselves by research, by R&D, and you will have to read that what has been come in the new release. So this is how you will be also get updated with the new trend in the market. So let me select Zurich and request. It will take some time to fulfill your request and will send out your email as well. So let's hold on for some time and we'll see once it is being fulfilled. Request is fulfilled. So once your request has been fulfilled, you will get this thing. Managing instance got just easier. So remind me later, or you can take a glimpse of it. You will have this instance URL, your ID, your password, and yes, role will be your admin. And this is going to be the status of your instance. And this is the instance name. And I will talk it how organization uses the instance name later on. But for now, This is the very first step towards to become a ServiceNow developer, that is to request and PDI. And how it looks like, you click on this and wait for a moment till it's get loaded. Hey team, I'm happy to showcase you. This is the ServiceNow. Once you log into that instance, it will look like this one. And this is some basic navigation. It is how this UI will work. Like this is pinning the thing. You can go to click on next. You can see this is called application navigator. We will cover this in more details, how the UI and what it's called and all. But yes, this was the basic one. Got it. And this is what ServiceNow looks like. Here will be the logo of that company for which it is acting as a bridge. When I hope you remember that there was I talking about service provider and other one, that is the product, and ServiceNow will act as a bridge for them. So both the service provider and customer can log into this ServiceNow and see what are the updates for their services like ITSM, operation management, ITPM, business management. So in the screen sharing, you have seen how I requested a PDI with your personal email ID and how you can access that anytime. And the three portals I was talking about, that is ServiceNow Community, ServiceNow Developer Instance, ServiceNow University. So these are the three portals offered by ServiceNow, which makes it a global tool. Do not forget to like, share and comment and hit the bell icon.